Hey chess folks, welcome back to another video. In this video, I paired Stockfish against Leela Chess Zero, the two main top engines in the chess world, against each other in a 30-second bullet match. And Stockfish just simply obliterated Leela. To make it more spicy, I just made Stockfish move 1 f4 in the first move with white. As you can see on the board, f4 was played. Leela played d5 and Stockfish developed its knight. So does Leela. Leela goes for this setup with this clean pawn chain, and these are shown as book moves in the game review of chess.com. This is the baby stockfish evaluation you can see right here. This is the main stockfish with 3600 elo, and stockfish gives a check here, and Leela blocks the check, and we get the trade off of bishops, and the knight jumps into the center attacking the queen. The queen moves away. At this point you can see both have the same time with 25 seconds each, and now Stockfish plays queen f3, preparing to maybe attack on the king side with g4 g5 ideas. We don't know what Stockfish might be thinking in any position, so it might have very bad intentions. Next, Leela opens up the bishop diagonal, and Stockfish plays this move b3, understanding that fianchettoing the bishop is the right plan in this position, because the pawns on d2, e3 and f4 are just simply blocking this bishop, and bishop can never see light in this diagonal, so it just simply prepares another square for showing light for the bishop. Leela develops its bishop, and Stockfish does the same. Leela says, I just simply cancel, where is your attack? And Stockfish says, okay, I was just kidding, there is no attack. I also just simply cancel the same way. And now Leela plays knight c6, and Stockfish here just simply plays d3. As a human, I don't clearly understand the idea behind this. Maybe it's to just simply repel this knight from jumping to e4. Okay, so knight jumps to b4. Leela plays this move to maybe attack the rook and trap it, but since it is not playing against you or me, and just simply playing against Stockfish, Stockfish of course defends it, and Leela plays here d4, which might be a mistake, but game review gives it a good move, and Stockfish just simply kicks the knight away and then takes the knight. See this one simple commitment with d4. Before the trade was there, the same trade was there, but Stockfish didn't opt for it. But after I don't know what changed, just one simple move, and one simple move d4, and it just simply takes the knight, and it is given a great move. So let's see what's the idea behind that move. It just simply locks in the center, and these pawns are stuck forever here, and I think we are going with the attack or just simply the central expansion. But Leela is not a normal human to just simply wait and get smashed, so it just simply starts at counterplay on the queen side. Stockfish gets its knight out, and Leela gets its knight out of the way of these pawns, and Stockfish also instigates on the queen side. Not only it doesn't rush with the king side attack or something, but it just simply asks Leela the question of what about this b5 pawn? Are you going to give me the pawn, take it and open up my rook, or just simply move it away and give my knight a great square? Leela does none of that and simply defends. The bishop moves back. At the starting of the game, what we thought is the pawns on d2, e3 and f4 simply block this bishop, and therefore there is no hope on this diagonal. So the bishop is switched to this diagonal. But now since Leela pushed its pawns against this bishop, now this bishop also doesn't have any life in that diagonal. But Stockfish pushed these pawns and just simply created the diagonal back for itself, and simply played bishop c1. I think it might move the knight. No, but it just simply attacks the knight and freezes this side of the board. Okay, and then moves the knight and then gets the bishop out and connects the rooks back again. Just some shuffling Leela does, At this point you can see Stockfish has 17 seconds and Leela has 16 seconds. The pawn is pushed by the Stockfish, and this move is given an inaccuracy by game review of chess.com because this simply hangs a pawn after takes and takes, or takes here is not looked because this pawn is just simply hanging. So I think that's what happened, but Stockfish took the other way and just simply took this pawn. I think under time pressure Leela blundered this pawn, or maybe thought it had some counterplay, but Stockfish just simply suppressed its counterplay, and you will see how it wins the game, right? It just blundered a pawn. Against humans you can fight back, you can try to hope to achieve something, you can even try to win the game or get a draw, but against Stockfish just one mistake and you are out of the game. It will cleanly sweep the game away, and there is nothing for you, it will leave nothing. So here you can see there are two pawns and one pawn for black. This is the called the queenside majority. Leela defends the pawn that is attacked by Stockfish, and Stockfish goes for the open file. This pawn is very well defended by the knight in the center, which cannot be kicked away by any pawns at the moment. And Leela doesn't want to trade, so it puts the knight in between, and Stockfish just simply it looks like it gave the pawn away, but after it took the pawn, it goes in with the rook. It gives up the extra pawn and activates its rook, and simply piles up the pressure on the c5. So Leela gets out of the way, and here Stockfish gets the two pieces for one rook. In this position, I think Leela could have maybe played rook d7 or something. Actually, it's a blunder. Simply knight b3 and this rook is hanging. I think there was no way to defend this. Even if we play something, this is too much. The pressure on this knight is too much, and the pressure on the c file is also too much, right? So nothing can protect this knight. Therefore, Leela just simply gave it up for the rook, and hoping for some counterplay, but Stockfish doesn't let it. You think you might got something with this second rank rook on the second rank, and other rook might be controlling the b file and the queen in the center, but it just simply attacks this rook and just simply blocks this vision of this rook. You might attack my queen, but I just simply move away and attack your pawn. Who is guarding the pawn? Let me tell you, nobody. But Stockfish doesn't even take the pawn. I think taking this is bad because after check and you got to take, and after takes and queen king f2, this is actually a draw. If you go to the back rank, it's again the same check, and you go king g3, h6, it seems, just simply preventing this back rank checks, any checkmating idea, so as to be able to moving the queen. What is there here? I don't understand actually. Let's say I just simply move out of the way and queen g6 check, it seems. Okay, that is obvious. We just simply move, and okay, this is a gone pawn. So that's the reason Stockfish doesn't go for the pawn, and Leela sets that small trap here, and Stockfish doesn't fall for it, just simply prevents the rook c1 move and any risks, and now just simply goes for this queen trade because it has two pieces for a rook, and no need to uh, stress the things. Just simply small improving moves will lead to a great endgame, because the two pieces are better in the rook and versus a rook in any endgame. Not any, you might have some exceptions, but in this endgame it's possible. So Stockfish leaves its knight hanging, but attacks the rook, so the rook defends itself and the knight moves out of the way. The pawn is completely defended, and Leela takes rook trade, so the pawn is guarded, and the king comes. The king, both kings are coming into play. You can see that the king is marching, but pieces. It is maneuvering its knight in such a way uh, so as to just simply guard its king from all the checks and prevent enemy king from entering the territory. So it just simply protects the pawn, and Now it will be easily able to move this bishop also, because the rook was attacking the pawn, and it just simply freezes this side of the pawn chain, and it simply goes bishop c3, and the black's got simply no moves. He has to go back and forth, and Stockfish just simply reroutes its knight in a perfect way after some repetition, and no one is there to guard this pawn. It's simply over. Leela gives some checks, and Stockfish blocks it with the bishop, and that's it. Leela might win this pawn, but this pawn is very crucial. If you get your pawn into the queening square also, I will just simply sacrifice my bishop, and uh, no one can stop me from munching on other pawns and eating them. So yeah, just simply this pawn cannot be guarded, and as you can see, this is also not guarded, but after we take, this is gone. See, the king has got no entry to defend this pawn, neither the rook. You can attack another pawn, but after I win this rook, after I win this pawn, you might take this, but once I go knight g7, this is a clear path for my e pawn, and no one can stop him, right? If you want to maybe check from behind, just simply push the pawn. Once you check, I just simply block it with my bishop, and you cannot stop this pawn, because these are two passes, not just one passer, right? And the king also cannot stop it, and the queening square is simply covered by the knight, right? So that's why Stockfish in this position, just in this position where, once let me see, yeah, after knight g7, Leela resigned the game. So folks, that's how Stockfish obliterated Leela in by playing the bird opening. Don't try it against higher rated players, because we will just simply lose, because we are not Stockfish. We can just simply see and enjoy this play by Stockfish. Comment down if you enjoyed this. I will get more of this. See, after this, you can see that at the last position, it has got only 4 milliseconds, Leela, and Stockfish got 3 seconds. That's it for today, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.